Y'all, this might be one of the coldest ones I ever do. We already know nobody listens to me, but this could be the coldest one I've laid down in a long time. We're talking about colder than Where's Wakanda. Let's get dangerous, y'all. Let's talk about some things that I would normally skip over or brush over or just act like I see it, but I don't give it full breath. Let's get dangerous. Let's talk about the fact that I know, have been knowing, have been saying the smash factor is coming to a whole bunch of major cities. Don't worry. The fact that you have people who I have emailed, I have made it known to them, I have brought it to them. Right on? They think that I'm lying. They think that the writing's not on the wall. Toe to toe is coming soon to a street corner near you. Okay? So while people are out there protesting, chest out, loud and proud, thinking that they're proving a point, I need you to understand this. You can see my face. You know my name. I've told you my address and everything. You can hold me accountable. If this doesn't happen, you can come here and stone me. I guarantee you, people, the toe-to-toe's coming. It's going to get ugly. It's going to be... The wailing and gnashing of the teeth is coming. When I say let's get dangerous, I'm talking about all these brothers who've been pumping up other brothers who ain't never actually fought a real conflict in their life and don't know what it's like to fight it out full bore. I'm not talking about ambushing somebody who's been drinking all night in the alley. I'm not talking about shooting up a barbecue full of people who think they're having a good time. I'm talking about folks who are putting it on because they're ready. Let's get dangerous. Let's talk about Oregon. Let's talk about the fact that there was a brother out there, okay? A brother. Look up the article because I won't put it here. But go look it up. Black man in Oregon says that y'all are what you're doing does not support Black lives. Right on? Right. So what this man's saying, he didn't say Black lives matter. He just said, if you're saying that you're doing this for Black people, Black lives, what you're doing is counterproductive. Let's get dangerous. Let's talk about the fact that they're sending at least 150 federal agents to Chicago. I was wrong. I told y'all I'm about a year out. A year ago, they sent federal agents to start doing stuff in Chicago. Now here we are, a year later, start cracking down. It's going to happen everywhere. This has nothing to do with Corona. No thing. I've been trying to tell people for years, nobody's listening. It's going to happen in their front yard. It's going to happen in your front yard. If you don't live, I don't give a fuck if you live somewhere nice. It's going to happen right where you, let's talk about this, okay? Because you can miss me with the bullshit, like my brother Andre liked to say. Miss me with this bullshit. As how you believe that guys who, listen, follow me, they're so tough, they don't want to get found by the police. You think these niggas want to go toe-to-toe? The fuck out of here. Find out the hard way. The wailing and gnashing of the teeth coming soon to a street corner near you. They said meet you about a year out. You don't got to put it a year out if you want to. Go ahead and put this a year out. I told Chicago what was going to happen. They was going to send the fucking feds in. They've been building cases on people nationwide. They know who all the murderers are. They already know. If they wanted to bring down, they would. But these guys kill good people who the government can't get to. Right. Sometimes they just put the good people in their crosshairs and good brothers and good sisters end up dying. I just think it's a coincidence. It's not. Trust me. I know much more than I let on. If they knew it, they could hold a beer and do this and let it drain down their face because they know something. They don't know nothing. And show you their face while they do it. They know nothing. That little skit I did about being dusty over dead, John Lewis happened to die that same day. Coincidence. Complete, pure coincidence. That's not something that I planned. However, having said that, they can miss me with the bullshit. If you believe, just follow me. Anybody who lived in the civil rights era and is still alive and breathing is a sellout or a coward. Follow me. They called John Lewis a coward. They called him a coward. Better than being a sellout. You go ahead and say that about the brother. Because they had nothing good to say about him. Everybody talking about him, talk about the man as if they lived when he lived. That's the part that I found most confusing, is because they can do that with the brother who they can see, but won't do that in a book called the Bible because they claim the white man wrote it. Am I tripping? But we'll down that brother. And they didn't live a day in Jim Crow, pre or post Jim Crow, or doing it, and have the nerve to talk like that. I can't wait. Let's get dangerous. They called him a coon, a sellout, a this, a that, and the third. I wonder if any of them would have lived 80 years had they had their heads split. Right on? When they almost died on that bridge that day. I wonder if they had lived 80 years and pancreatic cancer been what killed them off and not a white person. Since they talk like that. Because they're gearing their little brothers and sisters up for toe-to-toe action that they won't be a part of. They're going to be at home with their families. And the worst of them have no children. The worst of them speak down on people with children. But you've produced nothing for your society. You are fruitless in your efforts, and your words are just as fruitless because you won't even tell your people you will get killed if you stand out there and go toe-to-toe. You don't have the resources. What happens if they fucking drop bombs on you? Anybody ever asked that question? Right. You're talking about turncoats and sellouts and opportunists in the midst. On top of you having to fight this power. And you mean to tell me that you stand a chance toe-to-toe? Motherfucker, you're out your mind. Keep thinking that you got them beat. Keep thinking that you won. Keep thinking that. You're going to get my brothers and sisters murdered. And when you do, the blood is on your hands because I've spoken it. See, no one else will speak it. I'll speak it. You cowards. You go out here and you tell them what they should do, but you're not even an example. You don't even show them the way. You actually don't. You belittle and you demean them. That's it. You berate them and bring them to naught. So people who would mature, okay? Develop and manifest into something special, they don't. Try to kill them off. Let's get dangerous for a second, people. They put all their resources into visible cowards. I once heard a professional coward say, only because he's obviously seen other men knock other men out or something like that, right? If a woman approaches me, I'll punch her out. But if a dude approaches me, I'm a blast him down. Now follow me. This is coming from a person who I've won way more than I've lost. When you hear stuff like that, that's a person who clearly doesn't want to put the dukes up. Okay? They're not trying to go Willie Johnson 1904 style with you. They're not. Understand that. And these are the same people who were critical of the people that they come from. That's what makes you a coward. Nothing else. Not the way that you talk about the people, but the fact that you ain't even willing to get down, nigga, with another grown man and want to talk out the side of your neck. Fuck out of here. Let's get dangerous. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the fact that you have people who are out here married to half-breed chicks. Won't even tell you. You got to find out yourself. But they want you to validate your blackness with a donation. Fuck out of here. Understand me. These niggas is mentally ill. Sick, twisted, perverted, and all the likes. Their wickedness and evilness, all-time high. Let's get dangerous. Because these niggas ain't told nobody they're about to get laid down. I have. Don't worry. One man. All by himself. I just laugh at everybody. Don't worry. My next real White Heaven project, I scrapped the White Heavens. I'm like, you know what? I need to show niggas that I'm not lying. So I said, Meech, what are we going to do? I said, let's get dangerous, Meech. Let's go back into the vault of volume of work that we've done. We're going to fix this laptop, you see. Put in this fan, you see. And then I'm going to start my true crusade because I've never actually used both laptops at once. And I'm going to show people because I'm going to take the time like I read the scripture to people. I'm going to go back and find my words, the exact years and time. These people are going to have to show you receipts that they precede me. How about that? Let's get dangerous. Dark Nig Duck, okay? I'm about to go all the way in on their bitch asses. And we'll see how they feel about it. We'll see who started these movements. We'll see where the movements came from. Since everybody thinks that they're smarter than me, how about that? I ain't never did that to everybody that I know who done came and absconded and took something. I just talk about the white people. And one nigga who was supposed to do right by me and didn't. Facts. Because had the brother put me on the way he was supposed to, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now. But apparently this is how the Most High God needed it, wanted it, desired it. He made it and it's manifested like this. Are they ready to die? Are those little brothers and sisters ready to die? Are they? They think Raekwon is dangerous, huh? They haven't met the nigga version FBI guy. They haven't. Who's been to 5 different countries, speaks 3 different languages, has killed who knows how many people, or been in on who knows how many people dying. Nig guy, not a white dude. All types of nigs looking motherfuckers they sending. Don't worry. They're going to send a whole bunch of white dudes, but there's going to be a bunch of niggas there that you don't know are there. Dudes already been planted. Don't worry. I've been trying to tell y'all this for years. You're going to get ate alive. I already said it. It don't matter. We'll see what Ogun does for you this time. How about that? Since he fucking did something for you niggas when he was getting thrown on boats by the white man, we'll see what Ogun does for you now. How about that? Stand up if you fucking think I'm lying. How about that? People are stupid. Risk their lives and their souls for nothing. For a bacon-filled sandwich. I'm talking pork, not turkey or beef. Okay? All swine. dirty bastards. And they want to sell this shit to black people and get them killed. Gonna know why? Because black people don't mean nothing to them. Come on. Say it again. See, Meech has been telling people for years they're all not the same. How can you be? It's impossible. It's not something that you can understand to even be true if you looked at genetics and then looked at how people come out looking. Without getting carried away, I seen a picture of 3 dudes who were supposed to be brothers. I'm like, one of their parents on at least one of these dudes is not the same. Not saying the mama cheated, but I'm like, wow. Does the dad not know? It's neither here nor there. Won't even say nothing else. Follow me. These are just things like that I can see just by looking at people. I'm vicious. Vicious. I don't look like it. I look like I'm a nigga who don't know nothing. Guy told me today I look like a college student. After putting my age way up, then brought it way down because he understood, like, whoa, right, he doesn't look that old, really. He just talks older than that. That's right, talk like an old man. When I talk to people civil or whatever that is, because civilly speaking, I'm telling the truth. Nothing I've said has been a lie. Let them fly overhead. I'm going to talk over that this time. I need y'all to understand this. I've told you, no lies. When do people start to see they're going to get taken down? They're going to lose. When that part happened, huh? Because they do realize that, right? You can't win. How do you win? How do you win versus the creator? How do you win versus somebody who's going to show you how wrong you are? See, let's get dangerous about it for a second, people. They do recognize they don't have the ammunition. Where's their ammo at? Huh? Do you know? Did you know? When you buy so many rounds of ammunition legally, they can register you, right? Need y'all to understand this. There's one nigga in the hood who has all the ammo or something like that or whatever, right? You think this guy has enough logistical skills? It's different when people are just getting killed, y'all. It's different when somebody shows up and thinks that they're tougher than they are and gets themselves killed. Trust me. You got the people encouraging them now. Talking about, we got white supremacy backing down. I'm like, in white heaven, you could never win. But maybe they don't understand that. See, it's above them, what I'm talking about, right on? Above their pay grade. If they rated the information that I understand and know about, they'd be on the level. But since they're peons, okay? I said it, since they're peons, I give them what I can because it's the decent thing to do. But as a real man, let me tell you face to face, if they go out there, they die too. Did you hear me? If they go out there, they die also. No matter what, they have blood on their hands. Doesn't matter. They don't have any command over mortars and artilleries, okay? They don't have any command over air control. They have nothing. These people that you're talking about that you think are the truth are about to get the people. They are setting them up for slaughter. It's like watching a barbarian, savage, dig a pit full of spikes when he could take his bow and shoot the arrow and kill the animal. But instead now it's going to fall in here, bleed to death, because he might not have the ability to get it out without He doesn't care. So he's ripping its tissues and tearing its up. But now the meat tastes lesser quality. He doesn't understand why. Why the last time he had meat at this village he was just at visiting, why did it taste so good? Why does this taste so subpar? I did the same thing they did. Right. It's because you don't understand. There is a level of quality to extremes. Let me go ahead and say this right here. I paid today to get my window fixed, right, in my vehicle. And because I knew it was, well, I'm not gonna say I knew it was the motor. I just knew it wasn't the glass, right? And the guy thought it was a glass, and he should have came out and looked. But he's cool. Older white dude I dealt with a couple times already. And let me tell you something. As I'm watching him do it, because I've been putting in windows before, and certain electronic windows are not as complicated. You know, they're more plug and play, and they're just, I don't know, like they made it to where the mechanic could access it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to just have the right tools, and I have a lot of the tools. But I'm watching this guy do the thing today, and I'm like, So something I would not have never, I don't know if I would have allowed myself to think it was okay to cut off a piece of whatever and then put my stuff back and act like it was no. See what I'm saying? Like there's things you have to see people do who've done it already, where it's like, okay, I can do that and not mess it up, as opposed to trying it and then messing it up and then actually being in a worse position than you were before. This is why you pay for expertise. Right on. It's not because you don't know or you couldn't do it yourself. Not that I've never done anything like that myself. It's just I was like, let me just go ahead and pay somebody to go ahead and fix this. And he happened to be a cool dude that I've worked with before. And I'm like, I learned way more today than I would have probably learned dealing with other people just because we was chopping it up. And I'm watching it and I'm seeing it and I'm like, he didn't do nothing other than what I would have done, but a couple different things that might have taken me hours if I would have even done it, because who knows if I would have thought that it was acceptable. That's the type of thinking that you have to understand. These guys don't have that type of expertise where they'll forego what they know that they could do or what they know that they're capable of, as opposed to giving it to another person and saying that, hey, you know what? You seem like you're more qualified to do this, right? So let you do it. Even if, so, anyway, long story short, when people are willing to go back and then give you a break on the price, just so that way they, that it's not you trying to cheat them and them trying to cheat you deal. That's the type of thing that you have to have. And I'm trying to tell y'all, these people, they're cheating the people. They're cheating me, cheating you, right on. Cheating everybody. You know what I'm saying? They, not all of them, but a lot of them, There's a lot of people who are cheating people, who aren't giving them what they deserve, who aren't giving them exactly what it is that they paid for or asked for. Let's get real dangerous about it. This is about to get crazy, y'all. The reason why there's going to be a whole lot of chicks who are left pretty soon. I'm not a psychic. If and only if there were enough women who were left, in these places and pretty much had the mass exodus to other places, and then what that would do is it would create a feeling in all the women who look like them in other places, have a sentiment like them, right? To want to be around people who would have done the right thing and who did the right thing. See, this is why I keep trying to preach it to them. It's no good if a fake leader's still alive. Right. Farrakhan's a fake leader. He's talking about they tried to get him. Bro, really, dude? They can't get you, cuz? Nigga, this nigga, Donald Trump, literally killed a 2-star general of another country with a drone strike, and you're telling me that they can't get you, Farrakhan? Man, get the fuck out of here. Listen, any nigga talking like that, you know he's full of shit. I told you, Farrakhan daddy is white. His daddy is Fard Muhammad, all right? He's never talked about it. He's never had to. I might be the only man, but I'm not in the Nation of Islam, and I'm a nobody, but I know. And I know Farrakhan knows I know. How about that? I'm that. People, I don't know if y'all understand. They know who I am to the degree that this is why I'm suppressed so much. Okay? It's not a coincidence that I say things that you never hear anybody else ever say. Never. They might speak to certain things to a degree, but I'm talking about what matters the most. Because I'm not talking about make-believe now. I'm talking about what we can look back. When I laugh when people think I'm talking about Middle Earth. Nigga, I didn't leave Earth. I'm talking about what's in the middle of the planet. You can dig. How far have you ever dug down? Since you want to laugh? Right. These type of niggas. That's why I'm always looking at them like they don't know shit. They know nothing. You think you can dig to the other side of Earth and get to China? Do it then. Dig to China, nigga. Let's get dangerous. Since they want to talk all this bullshit. Man, stop it. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to like that? Huh? See, it's that type of thing. I'm glad I roll with real niggas. Because it could only be 2 or 3 of us. 1,000 motherfuckers ain't running up, okay? Because they know better. They don't want to die. The first one to run up, who's ever in that first wave is done. Do they want to die that bad? No. This is why they got the stupid ass little dudes out there on the street. Do they know how many little 15 and 16-year-olds are going to get their heads pushed off by FBI agents in Chicago? Okay, we'll find out. Everybody thinks I'm lying. Okay. Okay. And go ahead and think it's going to take 365 days. We'll see. We'll see. Because what I took and observed, what's going on, sister, is just me just explaining that people are about to get their heads split all the way down the middle. Okay, right on. That's it. And it's going to be young dudes and chicks who get it done to them. For real, for real. Nobody wants to hear that. It's too bad. It's okay. They better go back and warn the people. That's all I know. Right on. They want to steal and take everything else from me. Don't worry. I hope they think I forgot that I said I'm about to go and get all my receipts. Every one of them. Since I don't have any. Since they're always talking about, where are your receipts to people? Don't worry. They never ask me that because they know I have them. Don't worry. Before I ever heard a white man use the word nonsensical, I used the word nonsensical. And I was like, I'm not even sure if it's a word. But it's actual word. It's been a word. Follow me. I'm one of those type of people. I was saying that years ago. Don't worry, we're going to pull up. I'm going to pull all the tickets for them. We're going to get real dangerous. Because I'm about to start challenging everybody's doctrines, what they've been talking about. I'm like, I'm the most talented person that I know, like outright, as far as like all capable skills. I'm not even going to bullshit you guys. And I know I could have had this laptop fixed. I'm just a scoundrel in my own right. You know, you can't see it now, right? Because it's all beautiful healed now, but it was looking ugly before. You know, it just looks like a little dot back there. Trust me, it was terrible a week ago. You can still see the flesh pretty much. It's okay. You know, healing like Wolverine over here because I take care of myself. We'll see what happens to these people. I want y'all to understand. I don't feel bad for them. You see what I'm saying? They're not built for this, y'all. They do realize it's because they don't have anyone to protect them that they're afraid. That brings fear, doesn't it? Glass, some glass cutting, nothing big. You know, it's okay. It'll be all right. It's one. Don't worry. It's healing, lovely. You know what I'm saying? It's healing real lovely. But sister, you just gotta understand. Just everybody has to understand what's about to happen is about to be ugly. I don't know. I've been saying it for years. I guess it's only because I really stressed it this last year, like super tough. Like yo, and I don't. What was it? 2018. I'm pretty sure late 2018, October. During that Halloween in Chicago, like over 100 people shot. It was a bunch of people who were shot. All right, and then sending the feds after that, 2019, and then bang. And I'm trying to tell people. I told people back then, like, yo, they're putting together the cases, and niggas probably thought I was joking, but this Corona shit happened, and I'm like, yo, they're putting together the cases on everybody, all these places. Okay, so here's the part that people are gonna find a hard time believing. There were drug dealers who found their backbone in ripping down these statues. Mm. Nobody wants to hear that. There were murderers who found their backbones in standing up in these protests. Okay, who got facial recognized, who got tagged on Facebook by who other people know who have because they have an account on one of these social media platforms. Oh my goodness, I just don't understand how deep this shit is. It's deep. So if the government believes that you've killed 12 people, is it worth really bringing you in, or is it worth just killing you? Especially if you resist at all. Okay. See, once again, everybody think I don't know nothing. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how many people are built like that brother over there in Philadelphia about a year ago, or last April, I want to say it was, right? When he shot it out and he banged up 6 of the officers over there all by himself. They say people try to say it was all, but I believe he did it all by himself. I think he's just going that hard. Anyway, when you really give a fuck to live, it's different. And if you've trained at all, and if he was training at all and didn't, once again, I don't understand. And if he just had good sense, that's all it takes is good sense and just understanding it and then doing it because it works. It's over. Anyway, having said that, we'll see how many people are built like him, since they called him a snitch. We'll see how many people can bang it out on those streets, toe to toe. Y'all think I'm lying? I keep stressing this because this is what this is. Let's Get Dangerous is about. Y'all better understand that this is about me trying to warn the people. I don't have the platform to warn the people. I do not. If I did, trust me, they wouldn't be out there right now acting up. They'd already body armored up and weaponed up and trained up. You stand no chance if you're not trained. There's Mr. Lakeith Reddish used to say this. He said there's trained and there's untrained. That's it. There's no in between. It's either you know something or you don't. And I'm trying to tell the people that if they know nothing, it's going to be a terrible day. It's going to be the day that they realize that, man, I wish the brothers and sisters who were getting me all rah-rah were actually showing people how to actually manipulate a weapon. Like, yo, this is how you peek around the corner with the weapon and go into ranges and spending the money that the people donate to them to go to places to show them how to shoot actual targets and what it should look like right on when you do it, putting their money together to make their own shooting berms and things like that, to make their own indoor ranges or outdoor ranges, so that way people can practice and you got to come out here to whatever state and we train you up. But they haven't even created that system. They haven't even done that. So let's get dangerous. Okay, you go out there and get laid out. Who are they gonna blame? Themselves, or they're gonna blame you? Because they're gonna still be alive. To say, oh, white supremacy. But I'm telling y'all, I've been saying it, and they're mad because they didn't say it. But we live in white heaven. Okay, You don't need to be a supremacist if you live in the heaven that was made for you. Can you dig that? I don't know if they understand it. Miss me with the bullshit. Miss all of us with the bullshit because it's stupid. They want to get all of us murdered. And then they say that the people who went out there are low IQ, this, that, and the other. And we need to build, and then we need to rebuild with white people. They're trying to get us killed just to say that we need to rebuild with white people. Think I'm lying? Okay. What I believe in is something greater and beyond, okay, what they say. I said, make me whole, okay? They need to make you whole, brothers and sisters. If they can't do that, if that's not part of their guarantee, we've lost. There is no promised land. There's nothing for us. You think it's up to them to make you whole, huh? I believe it's up to the Most High God to make us whole. I'll contend that to the day I die. It's okay. I'm still here. For all the people who think I'm a nut, for all the people who think I've cracked my eggshell all over the place, I'm still here. How about that? And when I say I'm about to go get all the receipts, every single one of them that I can go find. See, some of them messed up by deleting their other channels and deleting their work. And there's other people who have their work who are going to have to timestamp it and prove me wrong. Not with words that sounded similar, with the words that I'm saying that I said this, and we've heard them say this same exact thing. Don't worry. One of the first things I'm going to do is my $1 trillion episode. I'm going to show people. I'm going to show you where they stole the figure for reparations from. Think I'm lying. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And then we'll see who's lying. And then we'll see who's full of it. So I'm always laughing because it's just like people don't even understand. They don't get it. I'm quite sure I sipped on a beer or whatever and said I need $1 trillion for myself. There's never been a number that I ever heard for reparations here. Don't worry. I'm going to break their whole heads in half. Because apparently they feel as if, because I'm going to go back and find the video where I said, like, yo, you can take whatever, right? I'm pretty sure, though, the decent thing to do is to just say, hey, yo, young brother Demetrius Jones, even if you don't agree with him, you could voice that first. There's people I don't agree with who I speak on all the time because I'm not going to act like as if I didn't listen to something that you said. That's disrespectful. That's not only disrespectful, but that's erroneous to deliver a message like that, okay? And then it makes me wicked and evil to even try to attempt to do that as if I didn't hear you. I know who I heard. But you look at me, you get to see me. I don't sit with the camera all in my face as y'all get to see. I don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm just not all into myself like that. Right on? I don't care that much. I'm talking about I just don't care that much. One of these days they'll see it. One of these days they'll understand, right? Turn whatever little brightness up on the screen or turn it down. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll understand, like, because I just don't care. You need to be able to hold me accountable. I told you what's about to happen. Telling you what's happening. It's okay. Is the border shut down or not? Okay then. Whatever they say. Right. Let's get dangerous since they're so smart. So I'm always laughing at everybody because they just like they say whatever they want. They do whatever they want. It's okay. You don't have to honor the Most High God. I can see what I see with my two eyes. Give a damn what you say. I know what I saw. I know what I see. I know what I experienced and I learned. Nobody's going to try to make that different for me because they want me to see it differently. You got brothers and sisters who are about to die. Will I well and will I gnash my teeth? I don't know. I think I will because I've spoke on it and I've said it. I won't put the individual on blast. No, I lied. I lied. I'm gonna let that wine right there chill. And when it's done, I'm done. Torian Ray. I don't know why. I care about that brother a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever tell him that when I email him. I even give him a hard time sometimes when I come around his channel. Because I don't want people to know that I actually care about the brother like that. I do. I care about that brother a lot. And I want him to live. You know, you can see humility in people sometimes, right on? You can see it in what they do. You can even see who they were when they speak certain things, when they express certain things. So to think that this brother's a evil, terrible soul person, nah. Maybe a person who's made terrible decisions, that's a whole other decision to make in my mind, to say out loud that I won't. But I sent to the brother an email speaking, and I said, brother, I said, you got to send this to all the ones who you got contact with. I said, because they're going to go toe to toe and they're going to lose. Now, I don't know if he told these people that. It's okay. He'll find out the hard way. You know, he will. He'll find out the hard way that those people that you thought could take it, they really can't. And those people you thought were tough, they're really not. I'm not no heavyweight. I was telling you, I'm lightweight. Just a lightweight with power. You know what I'm saying? Real power. You know, like put people to sleep power. If not put them to sleep, make them not want to fight no more power. Things I've been through in my life. And I haven't had to hit nobody with no weapons. Excuse that. I haven't had to be no cheater. These people are cheating. You know why they're cheating? Because they're telling folks who they encourage to go buy firearms. People who would say, I went and bought an AR last week. Brother, I'm ready. And now they're about to get laid out. Hell no. You go out there and fight. Find out how much no mercy these dudes are having. Okay. If y'all think I'm a problem, I laughed. I heard people tell me that I deserve to go through what I go through. We'll see. Don't worry. It's not going to be a brother man with an ERPO who's doing that to them. Nope. If it's a brother man, it's a brother man with a badge and a vengeance to clean up all the dirty filth on the streets. Take that to the bank. I said it. Dirty filth on the streets. They're going to clean it all up. You ain't got to worry about the white boys. Worry about those niggas they send out there because they're going to be the real headhunters. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because you're gonna think they just sent all white boys. And the niggas is gonna be the headhunters. Like they are in real life. Okay. Find out that they got one of those niggas from the hood who made it to the FBI or whatever on the squad. And he's a dangerous motherfucker right now. Okay, find out. Find out that he's good for 50 of y'all all by himself. Find out that he's looking for a whole 1,000. And he's only about 30 short. So he'll have a surplus if he gets all he. In his mind. See, he's cold. I don't understand who the fuck they're dealing with. They have no idea what they're sending out there. They're not sending out little boys who ain't never did nothing. They're sending out men who, even if they've been involved in murders, they're not going to tell you that. Why would they tell you that they murdered somebody, let alone killed them for the sake or so-called sovereignty of this country? Okay, then. You think it's a big deal to lay out a little black dude? Old black dude or big black dude, for that matter? Okay, then. Find out. Gonna find out. Everybody thinks I'm lying. Everybody thinks I'm wrong. But I'm right. Like being right. I like being a year off right. I like being even on the closer side of a year, not even a whole year right. That's always the best. Because people forget about what you're saying about 2 days. Where's Wakanda? Right on. People forgot about that already. People forgot about a whole bunch of major works that I don't put out there. It's okay, don't worry. Forgot about them. That's the blessing for me. What? You think I lose because they don't know what I've said? You think I lose? I'm sorry, y'all. I win. Do you know I win because every time they don't say anything, that means that there's another soul on their hands. Sometimes I feel like here's the thing. There's a level of resilience you have to actually be proven to be right. Okay. Let me ask you guys this right here. When your brother was talking to y'all in 1619 weekly update, I forget which one it was, right? We's talking, we sitting there, shooting the breeze. And I'm talking. And I forget the nice young lady that comes. I give her a wrench, make her a mod. Forget her name. She's a nice young lady. She said, I live in California on the beach in San Diego. I work in Mexico. I wonder how life is going for her right now. Because she's probably have to stay at home and, whatever, right? But understand, people like that who only come around one time and think I'm stupid because it didn't happen 2 days later, right? And then look at them. It doesn't matter, right? Do you think I care? If Chicago doesn't listen, I warned Chicago years ago what was going to happen to them. You think I care if Philly gets fucked up? Stop. I'll put down my drink. Do you think I care? Honestly. About people who I'm like, 2/3 of us gotta go. How much do I really care? I don't even understand. I'm a shrewd operator. Let's get dangerous. Let them go out there. Let them not hear this message. It doesn't matter. It's gonna get 10 views, 20 views. That's it. That's the blessing. Of those views, there's going to be a few people who have major followings who won't say anything, who will just think I'm a kook, and they'll have not even listened to me. That's the blessing. Though they've stolen everything else from me. They've stolen everything else from me and won't steal the good sense to protect black people. That tells you who they really are. Oh, you think they're not going to come after me? If black people get laid out, I get to prove my point. At some point, they're going to get. Nobody's in danger like your boy. Yeah. Because at some point, they're going to realize if I'm so right, what else is he going to prophesize or speak upon us? Don't worry. It's okay. I'm not a prophet. I'm just a man. Dusty, right? Dusty over dead man at that. You know what I mean? Nothing special about me. Could care. It doesn't matter if they've taken all the great ideas. There is no win, sister. I just know it will. If I told you when, if I said when now, that gives them an idea. I won't ever do anything like that. I told them months ago. It'll probably happen sometime coming in the fall. I won't give them an idea of the month. But if I had an idea, the 7th month and the 10th day, the true 7th month and the true 10th day, if I was an evil, wicked genius, the day in which you're supposed to purify the people, I might do something evil and wicked. I have nothing else to say about that. Anytime around that time would be beautiful. Just try to profane the holiness of the day. Anyway, people have to read to understand, to even know. They don't know anything, sister. It's not my problem. That's their problem. See, I've become, once again, nobody understands. I want to say I'm a shrewd operator, entirely a shrewd operator. We'll see how much I care about them in the end. How can you warn people, beseech them to do the right thing, and they spit in your face every time they get a chance? How was that? Did anyone notice? Take note. Give thought to the idea, the fact that I never said that boars were unclean to eat. Never. Said the swine. But they'll tell you that both are a pig. See, this is why understanding, seeing the word, the scripture, and getting your own understanding for what is and what is not is righteous. That's what it is. People have children, but their children have born to them. And they have children, you see. I'm talking about the first generation to the second generation, to this child, whom they were never able to impart good teachings or righteousness. So now the child of their child, they attempt to do the right thing to, not recognizing that their child will see this and become envious at every level. Because why not try to do right by me? Is it because they're too old? Are they truly too old? See, let me ask you a question. When people read the passage about the Messiah talking about a man comes at one time in the day, another time in the day, and then another man comes at another time in the day. And then then people get upset because the man who came the latest gets the same thing. Did he ever say what age that man was? Did he ever say that was a young man or an old man? No, he did not. See, so sometimes people will misplace and misunderstand what they've read altogether. See, righteousness is not set apart in age. Righteousness is set apart in action. It is requisite for you to do what is right. If you have no righteousness in you, you can't do the right thing. It's impossible. I refuse to believe that a man who is wicked has no righteousness in him that does the right thing. It's impossible. There are people that people have known to just be entirely wicked and rotten their whole lives until they meet their demise. If there's no good in you, there's no good in you. Did you hear me? That's a fact. See, people like to think, once again, the Messiah told people that the evil do good by the evil and good do good by the good. So how could you really know who's good and who's bad? If you see a man give something to somebody who's an evil man, but you think that, oh, he did that because he's a good man. Do I tell lies? Do I falsify my claim? I am here for the neck of everybody who has ever said that I'm a liar. They will fall. But I pray not in that day. I pray not in the day of great sorrow for the people who have it to come. I'm not worried about it. If I have a family member who's fallen to be failed in this moment, I can only pray to Most High God to make me prepare for that. But for me to know that this is what they had coming. See, I pray not for the wicked. I pray that the Most High God have mercy on me. And if his mercy be on someone who I have love for, who is not righteous, then I pray that he do the right thing and put a wedge between us, that I feel nothing. See, that's how you're supposed to be. Righteousness prevails in the end, my people, not evil. They want you to believe that an evil man is going to win. I have told you, I have contested. That is not true. We live in white heaven. This is not white supremacy. This is their heaven. It will get no better for them. They could go nowhere on earth and it would ever be better. They could not leave earth and it would never be better. This is the best it will ever be for them. You have people who do not understand this concept. They preach something else, a subversion of this. Black people, I have nothing much more to say other than let's get dangerous. Let's see who's really right and let's see who's really wrong. I'm not asking anyone for anything. Always remember that. I asked people one time to write me letters. Let's go ahead and get it straight. One time I asked people to write me letters on my behalf to say that I was a good person, to say what I had done. Do you know? Can't think of the beautiful lady's name right now. There was a person from Australia who wrote me. Did y'all know that? Australia, who wrote to speak on my behalf. But people in the States couldn't be bothered. and I think it's supposed to be bothered to help them, to speak up for them. We'll see. That bothers me to even think about that. I just wanted to share that with y'all before I did whatever I'm going to do. Just know that there was a woman who was not American at all spoke up for me. Can't think of her name. I'd have to go into my email, or I will. That was one of the most kind things I have ever had happen in my whole life. Period. Never see that coming. And there were people who were supposed to write letters who just never did, who just were too busy for it, never got the time around to it. But all the real good people wrote me letters, so it doesn't matter. But that's the truth. Complete stranger. You understand? Don't know her from a cat on the moon. Always think about that lady. Just in passing, but I think that, that was a blessing. She doesn't know. That's why. It's because of that. It's because of that those acts of kindness. How much is that worth? Can you put a monetary value on that? Does that have a true value? Like, you're still fighting the same case. I'm like, yeah, but I'm on the winning side of it now. And I can't say that people writing didn't help, but I know that it didn't make them stop doing what they're doing to me. But just the idea that there were people who took the time to speak up for me. I'll never forget that. See, and people understand, right? All these other guys, they can't remember how much money one person gave them. They don't even know. They didn't even care. Just so long as they keep getting paid, doesn't matter. Somebody else will give them money, right? But I remember things like that. Those things matter to me. That's a blessing, to have a person do something like that. I love you too. I love you too, Tammy. I do. I do remember the letter you wrote for me. I do love you, sister. I really do. But life is life, though, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I do what I can, which is right by the people, to speak up and do something which is righteous. You think it's easy to tell them that I think they're going to get killed? No. Highly uncomfortable. But I'm not a coon or a sellout. I just love my people that much. It's totally different. Let me pour a little more drink while I talk about this. Because what I'm about to talk about is going to piss some people off. But it's the most recent thing. Do y'all remember Tatiana Jefferson? She was a beautiful sister. She was a lovely sister. They said she was with her nephew when she was murdered by the police down there in Texas. And this happened not too long after the what's his name? The the Sim dude, right on. I can't think of his name, man. You feel me? I can't think of his name. He was the he's from St. Lucia, man. I can't think of dude's name right now, man. He got killed by Amber Geiger though. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And Tatiana Jefferson got murdered not long after the brother who had went to stand up at the trial. Okay, right? He got murdered. They said he had got killed, right? And I never told people that that I don't believe that the dude that they caught did anything to him. I don't believe none of that shit. I think the police killed all these people. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. Um, but it is. It is. Let me go ahead and speak to it. I went a whole hour talking shit about how niggas gonna get killed. Let me go ahead and speak to how brothers in Chicago, Jersey, New York, man, you can go to the South, man, like Georgia, man. You can even go to Mississippi and Alabama, bro. There's always been people talk about how the police have killed people to fuel these wars between other factions, and there's just so many cats who are just hot-headed and ready to act. They don't even think about the shit until it's hella years pass, and they be like, damn, what if they did do that to us? Then it makes them sick to their stomach because everything they did was out of thinking that somebody else did it. But what I'm trying to say to y'all is that Breonna Taylor, Kenneth Walker is the prime example of what's going to happen to most black people. Most of these black guys didn't read the articles that Kenneth Walker said he was scared to death. He dropped to the floor when they shot those shots into the house. They won't tell you that. Tried to lionize him, shooting one shot at the police officers, injuring one, and then getting his lady killed. Didn't even have the sense to pull his lady out the bed when he fired the shot. I'm talking about just the way it seems to me is that she was like, baby, get up and handle that. And he was like, okay. And he did what I wouldn't do. I'm letting that whole magazine go. You won't have time to return fire. You're just going to have to get off the porch. It's okay. Can't nobody say I wouldn't do that anyway, let's not talk about what I'll do. Let's talk about what happened with Kenneth Walker and why Breonna Taylor's really dead. It's proof. He fired the first shot. He says he fired the first shot. A warning shot. Why didn't you fire 10 warning shots? Fuck it. Anybody standing out there, man, woman, child, gerbil, cat, dog, is fucked up. Because I'm 15, whatever fuck my fucking magazine got. If it's got 20, I'm letting them all go. Every one of them. Right where my door is at, right outside that bitch. Anyway, and y'all think y'all gonna live? And y'all think what Kenneth Walker did was fucking warrior-like? Okay. Find out, niggas. Find out the hard way. Everybody think I'm joking. I told you, let's get dangerous. They think I'm playing around. Dark Nick Duck is not fucking around right now, okay? They convinced me with all forms of the bullshit. What up, bro? What up? They don't know Pimp has been going down. I've been Dark Nick Ducking, going in. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. But I've done what I've had to do. Let's get dangerous. Come on. Let's get dangerous in this motherfucker. Because they don't know. I'm talking the truth. I'm telling the truth. I'm speaking the real. They don't have to like it. They can hate it. They can hate me. I want them to hate me. You feel me, right? I want them to hate me. I want them to hate me so that way maybe they stand up for themselves. Because they don't understand. They don't have the training. They don't have the time put in. Word. I've shot tens of thousands of rounds in my life. Thousands. But I know I've shot over 10,000 rounds. Right on. These niggas are like, these are dudes who barely shot 100 rounds in their lives. Talking about, I got 5 bodies, but you shot all these dudes in the back of their head. It's way different when people have body armor and they're shooting at you and your adrenaline is pumping and you're like, I just want to stay alive. It's way different. Way different. We'll see. You ain't got no body armor. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no Kevlar vest. You ain't got no Kevlar helmet. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no knee pads. You ain't got no elbow pads. You ain't got no fucking pelvic guard. You ain't got no throat guard. You ain't got shit. You talking about you gonna go toe to toe? Okay. Niggas got one magazine talking about they're gonna go toe to toe. They gonna hate me, bro. They're gonna think I set them up in the end. But how could I set you up when I told you what was gonna happen? I don't live in Philly. I don't live in Jersey. I don't live in Chicago. Well, none of these places. They think I'm lying. Ain't got nothing. Come on, right? Ain't even got gloves. Stop it, right? Ain't even got shooter's gloves. They got nothing. They're right. These dudes ain't ready, man. And they think they're ready to go toe to toe because they got cats telling them that they are. Same cats telling them that they're ready to go toe to toe. These niggas, you can find these niggas in the rear with the gear. Come on. It's not a war, sister. A war, a real war has a side that can actually oppose you. If you just getting smashed out, it's not a war, it's a massacre. What? That's what it is. Cops still walking around here who done shot black dudes all in the face. There should have been 10 black dudes. Murked them out. You're looking for all 10 of these niggas. And you ain't gonna find not one of them. That type of shit. The police already know. You touch my mother, you touch my father, you touch my brother, you touch my sister, you touch my little nephew. I find out about something happened about my little son over there on the East Coast. As peaceable as I have been with this fucking extremist protection order, I will flip and go fucking berserk in this bitch. Straight the fuck up. And I will show these bitch ass niggas how you do it to somebody. They don't want that. Go ask the Seattle police officers. When I cash in, who I'm cashing in on, nigga. Think it's a joke. He know who he is. He can see this, and he knows. I told him that right to his face. When I cash in, bitch, I'm cashing in on you. Fuck you talking about? And I don't mean I got to kill you. It means I just got to put you in the position. Don't worry. But Meech on some other shit. Y'all don't even know. You know, fucking with a regular dude. Not a scaredy cat. Y'all scaredy cat. No, not everybody, but you know what I'm saying. These niggas who think they're tough, who gonna take my shit, they're scaredy cat. They are the epitome of why you can't speak out loud. Right on. They're the epitome because they're cowards and they know it. Ask y'all a question. When the young man Jason E. Washington was murdered, what did they say about him? Huh? He was killed down there in Portland. Not Portland, but he was killed down there in Oregon. Might have been Portland. But he was a Navy veteran, right? See what I'm saying? Or when the brother Danny Ray Thomas was murdered down there in Texas, with his pants hanging down his waist because he had just gotten into a physical altercation. Cop drilled him in his in his chest twice. Where was the outrage for him? Where? I guess he deserved it, huh? See, it's these type of things because Jason E. Washington had a pistol. He was armed. See, I need you to understand, this is a dude who is making the right decisions and he got killed trying to get his own gun, trying to retrieve his own weapon. So I guess he was supposed to wait and let one of these other people get the weapon and then the police officers maybe not act the same and then wait for him to get shot or wait for somebody to get shot and killed. We don't know how it would have played out because he did what was the right thing, which is I'm going to retrieve my weapon so no one can use it and do harm with it because he gets in trouble if that's the case. Come on now. Now, did what I have done that? No, because I'm pulling out the strap off tops and everybody's backing the fuck down. See, once again, I'm way different. Right on? People talking about don't pull a gun unless you're going to use it. Shut the fuck up. You've obviously never owned a gun. Clearly. Clearly, to say that type of dumb shit, you've never owned a gun. Okay? You've never watched a Western. Nothing in your fucking life that has to do with guns because you don't know shit. All right? You pull the gun so that way you could deter people from doing dumb shit because it's already popped the fuck off. All right? We don't fire warning shots. I don't fire warning shots. If I'm shooting to kill. And if I don't shoot to kill, I'm shooting shots in your direction as a deterrent to get you up out of here because I don't want to kill you. Maybe I think you don't need to die. Maybe you might learn your lesson. Stupid. Especially when somebody who actually knows how to use a fucking gun. It's not the same. I've had people threaten me not knowing like I could blow their whole head off in that whole moment. I've practiced drawing the weapon. I know in this moment I could draw the weapon and just kill him right now. It's like, but there's no need to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, what do I win by doing that? Nothing. You see what I'm saying? I don't have a gun right now, though, but I never blew nobody's head off for doing no dumb shit. Like, so it's like, why would a person even say some dumb shit to me? Or why would a person even try to accuse me of being like that when it's like, right, say some dumb shit to me. Again, that's because that's saying dumb shit to me. You're accusing me of something that, I'm just not about to do. You're talking about a man who used to go to Seattle, okay? This is before I had issues with the ERPA, before I had to give my gun up to my pops, both my rifles. I used to go out there with my motherfucking sub 2000, 50 round drum, okay? 2 sticks, all that shit. Before I gave everything to my pops. And you understand, cuz like, bro, I'm talking about like the police can't handle that type of shit. They're trash. They're trash. They can't handle that. They have there's no reckoning for that. You know what I'm saying? For a long time I used to go out there like that. Till I had to give my shit up. Fuck it. All right. I want to act stupid. Here. Right on. And I'm smart enough to already have given legal custody to people before that because I'm not a dumbass nigga. See, I don't understand. I knew all the gun laws before all this stuff popped off. I'm not even going to tell them all that on camera. I know all the gun laws before it all popped off. I talked to judges who didn't even understand shit I was saying. I was like, clearly, you're not informed because you didn't know what the fuck it was before the fact. And they had to pretty much be like, yeah, you're right. I don't know because I didn't know before the fact. Right. So how a person going to tell me who don't know something? Going to tell me something. How that work? Thank you very much. Right. If I pull a gun on you, it's because you're in a position to do something to where it's like, why? What, I'm supposed to fight with you when I have a gun? No, that's stupid. Once again, niggas who don't know, once again, you've clearly never owned a gun. You don't know. You don't know because you've never owned one. So it's just something that you just have no concept of. Somebody taking your weapon and then using it on you. Okay. That sounds right, huh? You getting killed with your own fucking gun. Sounds stupid as fuck, man. See what I'm saying? See, my dad, he made me laugh because he was talking about a dude who he seen take a couple shots in his mouth from a 22, but he got shot in the back of his neck. And I was just thinking, like, had the dude just walked up and just domed the dude all on his head, right on, or just shot him in his head like 5 times and just got him up out of there. Dude would have been dead. Like, once again, if you're gonna do, if you're gonna be a coward, you might as well do it right. Same guy who did that ended up getting beat to death. Right. I just laugh because it's just like that's all you brought was his gun. You didn't bring a knife to stab this motherfucker to death with. Like I don't know. I'm way different than other people. Like if I mean to get you out of here, I'm getting you out of here. Make no mistakes about it. And the only way you're gonna stop me is if you know I'm coming and you're trying to stop me. That's it. Because how you gonna stop somebody who can get you up out of here from 800 meters? And it's like, I've been following you for the last 2 weeks. I know where you're going right now. I know where you're about to be. I'm gonna lay you out from 700 meters away, right on. Put a hole in your chest and just walk away. Hole so big that I know ain't nobody living from. Cause I'm gonna hit you I'm gonna hit you right by your lung and your heart, type shit like that. I know. Crush you, lay you the fuck down. I'm pretty sure I can shoot a person from a mile out. I'm like, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm like, give me the rifle that'll do it and get me a target that's a mile out. I got you. I'm vicious. I'm vicious, y'all. They don't even know. People don't even know. Like that. It's not even like a matter of confidence. It's just I'm pretty sure I've shot a half mile. I'm like, shooting a half mile wasn't that bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could shoot. I'm pretty sure I could shoot a whole mile if I shot a half mile. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of those things. People don't even know. Right. Right. That's real life. It's okay. So it's okay. I don't. They ain't never did that. They can't even accomplish. They can't even say they accomplished that. So I'm always laughing. But they think a nigga who's telling them that they can. But he was only a reservist. Okay. Ask those dudes what I was like when I was leaving. Ask them who I was like when I first got there, so you get a full picture, and then what I was like when I was leaving. And ask them if they wish that they hadn't played it out differently. Okay, then. They fucked me on all my scores, everything, bro. I'm a bad man, y'all. The epitome of somebody who's walking around here like I'm humble enough that I can learn from other people. Word. That's it. That's what makes me, to me, in my mind, greater than other people is that I'm willing to learn from you. Not only am I willing, I'm going to learn from you. I'm going to force myself to learn from you. And I'm going to love it. I'm going to like it. I'm going to appreciate it. It's just going to be what I do. That's the difference, y'all. As a black man, I have no choice but to do the right thing. Some people out here don't. They don't have to do that because the world doesn't treat them like they're a nig. See, to say it to you, but to treat you like it is a way different thing. If people don't walk by people and people don't lock their doors, listen, y'all. The dude who fixed my car, this is true. I can't make this shit up. The dude who fixed my car, and we're almost done here. Mr. Sean is from Ohio. Okay? I'll pour a little bit more so that way y'all don't get to leave me too soon. Mr. Sean said, this is a man from Ohio. 2 O's and a high in the middle. That guy. Okay? Like my pappy. This man said this is the most hick state. This is the most Bubba state he's ever been to. Washington. He just said it to me out of nowhere. I didn't ask him for that. He just volunteered that. He's like, man, he's like, dude, he's like, dude, it's fucking country as fuck out here. He's like, there are more bell cow type dudes that it's crazy. He's like, and you wouldn't think it's like that out here. I was like, right? He's like, dude, he's like, the way the streets are built is stupid. He's like, everything is stupid. He's like, all of it's like a whole bunch of hillbillies who are in charge. Stop right there. Washington State. But y'all think I've been lying about how racist this shit is. This is a white dude from Ohio. He had no fucking reason to say that to me. None. No good reason to say that. This place is hella racist. Anybody who's been to Washington knows Washington is hella racist. There's people who make jokes about how little black people are out here because they know how racist it is. It's worse than Oregon. And Oregon is terrible. I've always tried to say that Oregon is more. Washington is hella more racist. Washington, if you come to Washington, it's like being in like Texas, Alabama, and Mississippi all at once. And Florida. Only without the gators. Because you got swamps out here too. Call those marshes. A marsh, a swamp, I can't really tell you what much difference it is other than the wildlife that lives in it. Oh, but I'm living in, but right, exact. I'm trying to tell you, right. I live in a metropolis of the state. People hate Tacoma, but really, you know why they hate Tacoma? Because they're all cow punchers, or they want to be cow punchers. These dudes, I'm trying to tell y'all, there's so many people in Washington who grew up on farms. There's a bunch. Grew up around chickens and shit like that. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. I'm talking about white folks. I'm talking about niggas. Might be a couple niggas who can say some shit like that. Not really. Not really. I'm from out here, I know. That's why I laugh when you had the likes of, you know, uh sister girl who wish I was a who wish I had met her once, right on. I won't go so hard on her, but I'm gonna say that because she really wishes. You can only consider a nigga so you can only talk so bad about somebody unless you know what I'm saying you want them. You know what I mean? Like I learned that as a kid, and I never applied that as a child until I got to being an adult. To like, wow, grown women still act like they're children, cause like, and grown men to a degree. But I'm like, these chicks will still act like the same way they did when I was a kid. Like, but only I pay attention to that. This is something I pay attention to. Right on. Talking about grown women, okay, who act like this. But will she ever tell you that it was like that out here? Nope. 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 She'll only tell you about all the black dudes is interracial dating. Just like they do in the South, just like they do in the Midwest, just like they do in the East Coast. What you talking about? What are you talking about? Right. These dudes are interracial dating with chicks. Listen, this is the part that white people won't tell you. They had to bring in white people for that to happen because they had already been all outbred. This is why they've been allowing white skinned immigrants to come in here for forever. I already told everybody. They killed off so many of the peoples that were like them during the Civil War. Okay. This is why the Russians, the Jews, the Irish, and the Italians, all of them have a place in history. Even though you can look at certain groups of people, like the Germans and stuff like that, and the French and the Spanish, as to being here before. But when you look at actual history, I'm talking about after the Civil War, word, and then you'll start to understand, like, oh man, they brought in all these people then. Right, because they didn't have enough people and they were getting bred out. They were breeding themselves out because they hate themselves. They're doing the same thing right now. They hate themselves so much they'd rather be anything other than a white person. Anybody tell me I'm lying, black people. I'm shooting poison darts tonight. I have nothing but poison darts in mind. There will be some humility here and there. I got nothing but cold, vicious. Get some, okay? We're talking Full Metal Jacket, right on? You feel me? Okay? The difference between a good VC and a bad one, okay? Right on? You feel me? All right? The good one stands still, okay? Stop it. Don't fucking play with me, all right? And you won't get that kind of vicious action. I never talk like this. I don't. I'm always talking about other stuff. But I feel the need to say they're going to get laid out. You better speak up for your nephews and your brothers now. It's not it's the babies. What about the babies? They're gonna get the babies killed, murdered. I don't know if any of y'all actually remember Sri Lanka. Happened like 2003, 2004, something. It might have happened later, but I remember it was sometime around then. Sri Lanka, right? Amazing thing about that is that Sri Lanka, right, had this massive tidal wave coming. Big old tidal wave. And a lot of people they'll never actually remember this. They forget this quickly. But I'll never forget it. There was an old woman on the beach that day. Old Sri Lankan woman. I don't know if the dude was a Sri Lankan man. I assume he was a Sri Lankan man. And the wave was coming in. And he could have ran and saved his life. But he went and he put his body around this old woman. Okay? And that wave beat down on his body. And it killed that young man. But she lived. The old woman lived. I'll never forget that, y'all. Never. There's not going to be anybody to do that for them. There will be no old people to come out there to shield their bodies being riddled with bullets. It just won't happen. I'm pleading right now, whether they know it or not. I'm pleading with them to do the right thing. Tell their brothers and sisters, you're going to die if you stand out there in those streets. You're going to die. No one else has told them. I've told you. The blood is off my hands. The blood of this situation, as I get ready to sip my last wine, the blood is off my hands. I have said it. They hate me. Fine. I tell you this. Let's get dangerous, y'all. Let's see who's the last one standing in the end. Because that's right. They understand. This whole video was supposed to be a whole other movement. But as I got to really talking about it, I just said, no, it means something to do the right thing. Because you still have to miss me with the bullshit when it's all said and done. We could talk about female fuckery and young man fuckery, but I've got spiritual gumbos that are all about class coming up. We could talk about man and woman fuckery then. Plenty of time for that. They're right on just like the people in the background. You know what I'm saying? They're living their life, I guess, right? But they're the same people who are going to go out there and lose toe to toe, get killed. See what I'm saying? They're the same ones. Yep, the same guys who like to play their music loud. They don't give a fuck. They're the same ones that get killed, get murdered, die. What can I do for him? I don't know. They think they're cute. Don't they? Don't they though? Don't they think they're cute? Right? Can't tell them they're doing nothing wrong. They're Americans. They're citizens. I'm just exercising my rights. Okay, nigga. Exercise your rights, nigga, and get fucked up. We're gonna see who we're going to get to see who this country cares about, y'all. We already know who they don't care about. Yet we still play that game. Black people gonna get killed. I've been saying it. I said that first that they was gonna lock their asses up. I went, listen, do they understand? I went from they're gonna lock their asses up to they're gonna get laid out. Does anybody understand that jump? We got 8 minutes. This won't be a whole 2 hours. I'm sorry. It just can't be. Won't be. I won't let it. We got, maybe 10 minutes, something like that. I'm out of here in a little bit, y'all. Because I'm getting tired of talking about this because it's making me irritated. It's not the music in the background. It's just their validation to that. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be guys just like this to get killed. Laid out. Murdered. Who thought they could go toe to toe? No body armor. No spare magazines. No understanding of how to of weapon remediation when there's malfunctions. I'm not even gonna go through all that stuff. Fuck it. These niggas already know. Everybody already knows that shit. You feel me? Like, they know what to do when it goes wrong. You feel me? They know how to burp their own gun. It's all good. Y'all just don't understand how well trained I am. And a couple people who might understand how well trained I am. I train myself in a lot of this shit. I'm filthy. Fuck the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps knows that's how I feel. They're like, yeah, he took what he took from us and he left and he's himself now. And they don't run up on me. They know what the deal is. I don't need the gun to get you. Let's get dangerous. Look at this, y'all. It's my friend right here. You'll never get to see what my friend can do. This is my good friend, okay? All right, it's my swagger stick. Put somewhere on the stick, swag, okay? Back in the day, they used to own those before they started calling them canes, right? It's a swagger stick. Don't worry. My swagger stick has a special ability. Won't even talk about it. It's an extremely nice special ability, though. Understand. Most people would never even use something like that on a person. Wouldn't even think about it, wouldn't even want to. The same police that will kill them, listen, cop can't kill no black person in front of me. It's never happened. It'll never happen. Did you hear me? I ain't never watched no black person. I have never watched no black person get killed by the police. It'll never happen. The one time I feel like I'm still responsible, even though I didn't do nothing, if I could just had my gun on my person already, I could have de-escalated that whole situation. I could have just got behind everybody and just made everybody calm down. Y'all just don't know. I'm that willing to put myself in harm's way to make you do the right thing. Because if it means I have to kill you, I've given you the option to do the right thing. I'm not gonna hesitate to just you know what I mean? You gotta understand. Like I'm not that nice of a person. I'm kind, extremely kind hearted. Go ask Tacoma about me. Go ask Seattle about me. Go ask any city I've been around to. Right on where there's homeless people, where I've had the chance to just do right by somebody. Okay, kind person. My kindness overshadows whatever evil kind of wicked energy I might possess. But that's me speaking it out loud. This is the truth. They don't have it. They're not built like that. They don't have the skills. Skills make you everything. Skills are why Aaron got punished the way he did. The same skills it took Aaron to mold a calf, Aaron could have told with oration all the Levites to get their swords ready and go kill everybody who is a sidestepper. He didn't do that. Cost him two of his sons. You can't fix that. You can't make that different. I'm not going to make it different by speaking what I've spoke. I don't care to. I want people to not believe me. It's the best way. It is the best way. If they don't believe me, then that means that they'll do what they want to do. Treat every weapon as if it were loaded. Never point a weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. Keep your finger straight and off the trigger until you intend to fire. Keep the weapon on safe until you intend to fire. Know your target and what lies beyond it. Okay? That's basic shooting rules. We're talking about rules of how to actually manipulate the weapon. Breathing control, trigger control, natural point of aim, correct sight alignment, correct sight picture. I could go into all those different little things if I wanted to. I'm not going to. They don't even understand. You see what I'm saying? Like they think it's just a game. That's how I don't they don't want none. Okay, not for me. Right. Your leaders don't even know that. Your speakers don't even know that. I've told you this all I don't know how many times over the years. Many times over the years. Because I care about you and I love you. I can't save you from going toe to toe. But if you do those things, you stand a better chance. I know you're like, why would you wait till the end of your message or almost to the end of it to speak those kind of words? That's what you do. You don't tell anybody what's going to keep them alive, especially if you know that they're going to die at the beginning. You tell them that at the end. So that way they had to get through all of it and stomach everything you said just to get there. See, I stomach the things that my enemies say. That's right. Y'all do realize that's why they left, right? That's one of them. Facts. They're scared now because they want me to be wrong. They're terrified. They called John Lewis a coon and a sellout. I let them to speak. I allowed them to speak so vehemently about the man. Because now, what will they seem like other than John Lewis 2.0 to try to talk down the people? You can call me a coon all you want, but I can get rid of you. You know what I mean? Like, stop it. Ask Seattle police to give my weapons back to me. And then tell Seattle police, we want you to give him his guns back so he can come see us. And then watch the look they give you. Watch the level of caution they earn with. Are you sure you want him to have those guns back? You do realize why we took those from him, right? You do understand how much we believe he knows, right? Okay. Let them foul themselves off. We drink this, brothers and sisters, and then we say goodnight. It's one good gulp. It's one for the people. That's two for the cause. And three, because I've always been right. And I have never told you a lie. Having said that, let's get dangerous, brothers and sisters. And we shall see who will be standing in the end.